What's going on, guys? It's your boy Problem here, and as you guys can see, there's a different game. It's a different scenario, different setting, whatever you guys want to call it. But today, I'm playing Overwatch. This is the game within the game, so I'm playing Overwatch, but this is a specific game. It's called Lucio Ball. It's a game that was brought out since the summer events in Overwatch. I mean, Jesus, I'm just so confused. But in Overwatch, it's a really great game. As you guys can see, it's a little bit of ripoff of Rocket League, but it's so much fun. Like, I enjoy it so much. My friends and I play it a lot, a lot, a lot. And yeah, if you guys haven't heard of Overwatch or haven't played it, I really recommend it. It's a really fun game, really competitive, and when you have a group of friends just going in, it's just so much fun. The competitive scene on Overwatch is just great. It's fantastic. I love it so much. My friends love it so much. The only problem with Overwatch is the community. Well, considering the PlayStation 4, because you can play this game in different platforms. The main platform is PC, but the the community in PlayStation 4, it's extremely toxic. It's so aggravating sometimes, but you just gotta try your hardest to not mind it. But people are extremely toxic. However, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. And today I'm gonna be releasing a new series. It's gonna be called Baskin Robbins Stories. So it's gonna consist of stories of like what happened during the job, any encounters that I had with a customer, any problems or unfortunate events that occur. I'm just gonna tell you guys it because it's extremely hilarious. I believe it's extremely funny, but let's go. So this story is gonna be called the Bahamas, and it has this name because this person that I was serving was really in a aggravated mood, and for some reason when this person got aggravated, he would tend to brag a lot. And it is a male. I'm not gonna give out his name because one, I don't know his name, and second, that would be extremely like lame if I gave out someone's name like that. I don't really, that's kind of private. But okay, so it was a Thursday, I believe. Thursday, I get the schedule from 6 to 10, and which means I'm basically closing. And it's not just me; it's two other people, or sometimes it's one other, but mostly two. It was my coworker, and I think he's a supervisor slash worker. I'm not sure what he does, but he's an employee. I'm not sure what's his title, basically. So it was like around 7:30 ish. You we get rushes. Rushes are like when people start like coming in like nonstop, and the line starts forming, and that's like really rare, but not so much. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it happens in occasions. It's peculiar. I can't even say that word. Peculiar. I don't know how to say it, but it like happens and it doesn't. But this day it ended up happening. A lot of people started coming in, and the problem is that it's not just scoops of ice cream that we serve. There's like quarts where it's like a tub of ice cream that you gotta fill out. There's smoothies, there's cappuccinos, there's sundaes, there's banana splits, and some people ask for the same ice cream. So let's say someone asked for cookies and cream, and I have to serve them. But then my coworker's also like waiting for cookies and cream, so he has to wait for me to finish because he's not just gonna get in my way and interrupt my work just because a customer ordered the same thing. Because that's just not how you do it. You have to be patient. So I had a couple people in front of me. I had a smoothie that needed to be made. I had a quart. A quart is like one of those tubs of cotton candy, and then I had a banana split. So I did the smoothie first, obviously, because the customer came in first. I did the smoothie. It went great. I finished the smoothie and I gave it to them. And then the banana split, it was it was easy. Banana splits are pretty hard because you gotta cut the banana perfectly. You gotta get the perfect scoop, the whipped cream, and all that. It went great though. I did it. I'm learning. I make mistakes, but this one I didn't make a mistake because I remember it because I was so proud of myself. Don't judge me, dude. Banana splits are extremely hard to make. And then the cappuccino blast, I did it. But the problem is, I used the banana for the smoothie, and I used the banana for the banana split. And when the bananas are a little green because they aren't like full on ready, but they're still ready. So the color of the banana was yellow and green. But because the both customers that ordered the banana didn't complain, so you know what, it was fine with me. But then here comes Mr. Bahamas. So Mr. Bahamas walks in the store, and he's like, I'm not sure what I want. And then I was like, it's fine, take your time, sir. I'll just let me know when you're ready, and I'm here to serve you, obviously. So he took his time, and a customer, like, when he's taking his time and like preparing, or preparing his mind or his taste buds or whatever you call it, his appetite, preparing for what he wants, I have to help the other customer because I just can't keep the other customer waiting when he hasn't made his mind yet. So the other customer comes in, and I'm like, sir, is it fine if I serve them while you make your mind up? He was like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry. So I was like, oh, cool. So I got that was so like, oh, cool. No, but I was like, okay, thank you. So then I went to the other customer, and they asked for a double scoop of chocolate chip and chocolate chip cookie dough. So I gave it to them, and then he was like, and then some ice creams are extremely hard to scoop because they're they're frozen, and they're like the how do you say it, the things within the ice cream, like the cookie dough, the chocolate chip, it's extremely hard to scoop. So I took my time because it was extremely hard. Your boy still has to get them gains, but I got the double scoop, and that was the only thing they ordered. And then the Mr. Bahamas was like, that took a while. And I just ignored it because, I can't say anything. Oh, no. All I said was I ignored, because I know he was trying to be, it was a low-key dick comment. So I ignored it, but then all I said was, I'm sorry, sir. What can I get you? So then he orders a banana split. But then he took a look at the banana, and he was like, those bananas aren't ready. And I was like, no, sir, they're ready, but they're not, they're ready, but they're not just fully yellow, but they're ready to use. We obviously won't be using bananas that aren't ready to use. I didn't say obviously, but I told him something like that. Then he was like, nah, man, those aren't ready to make. Then I was like, are you sure, sir? I can look in the back. And he was like, nah, I don't want anything that's in the back, man. I want something that's here. Then I was like, you know what, sir, if you don't like any from right here, I can look in the back. And then I told my coworker that, wasn't doing anything because he had no customers to, serve. I was like, can you go look in the back for me and check if, the bananas are, how he wants them to be. Then he was like, he went to the back and he told me, nah. He told the guy, sorry, sir, we don't, all the bananas look like that because they're freshly shipped. Like, we just got the shipment. And then he was like, nah, man, those bananas are not ready, man. I'll just get something else. And then I was like, all right, cool, sir. It's fine. Jesus, the cops are killing my video, dude. But it's in the hood, so, you gotta expect it. But anyways, he was like, yeah, man. Just give me a scoop. And then as soon as he said that, a customer came in that my coworker was working with, and they ordered the exact same flavor of ice cream. And by the way, guys, we're gonna do a quick transition from Overwatch to this. Wait, what? This is just a video of me reading a book. Why am I recording myself reading a book? Why do I even have the wrong transition? I meant this. Alright, so now we're in UFC, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's been a while since I played UFC. This is a fresh video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Really intense match, but here we go. So they ordered the same ice cream. So I had to wait for my coworker to, finish what he's doing, and he finished. But then the guy got mad for some reason. He was like, so you're just gonna make me wait, huh? Then I was like, sir, I just can't interrupt him while he's doing his, while he's serving another customer. He was like, nah, man, I'm over it. I don't got time to waste. I've lived in the Bahamas, and I know when a banana is ready. So you just can't sit here and tell me when a banana is ready if I lived in the Bahamas and seen it myself, man. You just wasted my time. I'm just gonna go to another ice cream shop, man. This was terrible. This was terrible customer service. And your boy was like, wow, this guy is extremely mad. Of course, I didn't say this out loud. In my head, the little voice inside your head. I was like, dude, this guy's really mad. But then, I don't know why, I just said, all right, sir, I hope I see you again. And I don't know why I said that, but I guess he thought I was, threatening him or whatever. So he just flicked me off on his way out. And I just started laughing. And then my coworker started laughing too. And then the lady that my coworker was serving was like, wow, that guy, is having a really bad day. And I was like, he must be having such a terrible day if he's, getting mad for waiting. I don't know, man. That was just a funny story. But now we're going to switch the commentary one time. Yeah. So the commentary now is going to be about UFC since, we're basically playing the video game. Why not, talk about it? But what I'm gonna talk about is how much respect I have for the MMA fighters, for UFC fighters, because they go through a lot and they invest their time so much when it comes to their career. Obviously, you invest your time in your career, but I feel like they have it hard, like extremely hard, since the training, the training has takes so much. Like, I've seen training videos within the fight, with the fighters leading up to a fight, the training videos that the UFC gives out, and it's just extremely like, they only show a portion of it, but just like watching that portion of it, you can just tell how much how drained they are. I'm sorry if I keep stuttering. It's just, I'm really passionate about the UFC. I don't know why. Like, I just discovered it like 3 years ago, but ever since then I've been instantly hooked on it. And damn, it's just like insane, because there's a lot that comes to like UFC. Like, you have to pick a style of fighting. Let's say you pick a style of fighting, and you gotta invest your time to perfect your craft, perfect the style of fighting, and you gotta expand, because there's opponents that you're gonna face, and their opponents have a certain type of fighting style, so you have to adapt to that. You gotta replicate their moves. You gotta predict what they're gonna do. Well, not really predict, but become immune to their movement, become immune to their fighting style. And not only that, people will expand. Like, a UFC fighter expands their fighting. They get good in the stand-up game. They get good in the clinch game. They get good in the ground game. But you're always going to see a fighter that's better at one thing than the rest. And that's because, they work their craft towards that. And I just have so much respect for them, because, how could you not have respect for a person that's trained like investing their whole life in the fighting game, goes inside the octagon to get, like, honestly, you can get killed in there. I'm pretty sure they stop it. The referee sees it when, like, something's going on. But a lot of punches to the head, kicks to the head can really kill someone throughout their lifetime. So you gotta respect, like, the training. And I know the training and the I'm about to say what I was gonna say. The training, the fights, the mental warfare, and then the fight itself. Like, it's really dangerous in there. And what I was gonna say is, I know people might say, well, they choose to do that. They have the decision to do that or not. But you gotta respect everyone's profession. And what made me want to talk about this was the blockbuster fight between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier. I'm not sure if you guys follow the UFC. Daniel Cormier was the light heavyweight champion, and then Jon Jones, one of the best fighters in UFC history. He's done a lot throughout his career, but outside the ring, outside the octagon, I should say, he's been suspended. He's been through, like, a lot of drama. So it was basically the return, because Jon Jones was suspended. But this wasn't the first time these two guys were gonna meet in the octagon. They have fought the first time, and Jon Jones won that fight. So it was like, it was a huge deal, because Jon Jones was returning. Not only that, he was fighting his arch and nemesis, you can say, because these two really dislike each other. Well, Daniel Cormier dislikes Jon Jones, and Jon Jones dislikes Daniel Cormier. For some reason, I don't know, they have this huge beef, and it was just a huge fight. And it meant so much to, both of them, obviously. But it seemed to mean more to Daniel Cormier, because he kept saying it was a legacy fight. He kept saying that he needed to win this fight. And, if you guys haven't watched the fight, if you guys want to watch the fight, I suggest you guys skip this part. Like, skip 20 seconds of this. Jon Jones ended up winning the fight. And it was really heartbreaking to watch, because, DC, Daniel Cormier, great fighter, great person. A really good role model for kids, and just any person in general. Lost the fight, and he was just so heartbroken inside the octagon. And it was just so heartbreaking to watch, because he worked so hard for this fight. The training was so hard. He felt so confident about it, because obviously, as a UFC fighter, you don't want to envision yourself losing, and it hits you like a train when you just see yourself in that situation, or you're in that situation, I should say. And he lost, and it was so sad. But thankfully, recently they did an interview with him. He obviously was disappointed with the results, but thankfully he wasn't as affected by it as what happened with Ronda Rousey. Many people don't think she's ever going to come back to the sport, but it just opened my eyes. Like, they devote themselves so much, and they can come up short no matter how hard to train, no matter how hard they want it. They can come up short. But nevertheless, guys, like, subscribe, share the channel. I love you guys all. A video once a week, I can promise you that. Yeet!